Hi guys, so I have with me Mr. Davies Okelwo.
Nice to be here.
He's a business strategist, CEO of Enterprise Hill. He's a brilliant fellow, and I thought I'd bring him on to talk about 5 reasons why small businesses don't get access to finance. Davies has been working with several SMEs, helping with them with that accounting, providing accounting
taxes,
services and all those kind of
strategy.
things. And so I just thought I was going to do this alone. I just thought, but I could actually have someone to talk about this with.
And I'm glad to be here. Thanks for the
So
opportunity.
that's it. 5 reasons why small businesses don't get access to finance.
Great. So there are tons of reasons, as you know, but I'm going to try to keep it to the 5 most important. And in doing that, I'm going to try to look at it from the perspective of the investor, because the investor gives the money.
Yeah.
And if the investor is satisfied with however you have presented yourself, they either decide to give you money or not.
Okay.
Right. So if I'm looking at 5 reasons why people don't get finance, why SMEs don't get finance, why entrepreneurs don't get finance, I think the very first thing I'm going to say is the reason is the fact that the business model might or might not be right. So because the very first thing that comes out of the mouth of the entrepreneur is, this is my business idea. Okay. By the time you're pitching your idea, the investor is evaluating first, will this business model work? If I put my money into it, will it replicate value and turn into cash flow? Sure. Will it generate good money? So that's the very first thing they're thinking about. The second thing they're thinking about, which I think is the second reason why most entrepreneurs don't get the finance that they require, is the fact that, is there a market opportunity here? So the first reason will be business models. Exactly. The second will be market opportunity. Because after the investor has satisfied himself based on the question, will this business work? Will it generate value and cash flow? The next thing would be, if currently it is servicing 10 people or 100 people, 1,000 people, with my input, with my knowledge, with my resources as an investor, can it get from 1,000 or 100 to 100,000?
Right. So, I mean, you have to have a solid business model, number one reason.
Most definitely.
Second is market opportunity. How big is the pool? Are you playing in a bathtub? Are you playing in a swimming pool? Or are you playing in a river or a stream? Or are you playing in the ocean?
Exactly.
Yeah, so okay,
exactly.
That makes sense.
And that is not even limited to numbers. So it could be, how do we move from 100 to 100,000? Or how do we ensure that at 1,000 customers, each customer is not giving us $100, they're giving us $10,000.
Yeah.
You get, so how can we?
Or can you expand the business?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there are different ways to do that. So that being said, because those two things center on the idea, the investor then begins to think, okay, this is a good idea, but what have they done? Am I going to start the business for them? So at that point, the investor is really evaluating, is this person ready? So if you watch business shows like Shark Tank, for instance, you find very often where the investor says, it's too early for me, I'm out. What that means is you are at a stage where you're not investable yet, because you probably have not even separated yourself from the business, which I would say is the third reason. Most entrepreneurs have not done that. They still pay business expense with their personal bank accounts. They still receive business income into their personal bank accounts. They still do not take a salary. They still, I mean, you get.
They're not investment ready.
They're not investment ready, pretty much. So you hear investors say that a lot. It's too early. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to get finance, I would advise that you do all of that separation. And one way that you could do that separation between yourself and the business is to have proper financial records.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pitfall that is often, like I say it a lot. So I've interacted with a few small businesses, and it's really a pain point, because I mean, think of the average small business. They probably have like a lot going on. They're understaffed, and then they have to like track every transaction. It could be a pain. So yeah,
exactly. And to that point, at the risk of sounding like I'm doing a bit of marketing, that is why we set up Enterprise Hill.
Yeah.
Because that is kind of services we provide for businesses. But moving on, if we're saying that fourth thing, which I would say is that lack of proper financial records, is very important. And I think we should make the point, because if you look at it, every pitch has a financials section. You have to pitch numbers. If you do not keep numbers, how do you know the numbers to talk about? You can't even value your business properly. So I would say that is the thing. So that's 4, right?
Yep.
I think the 5th one is the biggest, because after the investor has evaluated your idea, they have evaluated how ready you are. The 5th thing, or the next thing for them to consider, is, do I want to be in business with this person? They're evaluating your personality. And the investor is asking themselves, if I give the person $1,000, is the money safe? Will they be able to multiply the money? And will I get my returns?
So integrity, competence.
Exactly. And the best way an investor can answer that question is, what you currently have, the monies you've generated to start this business, the resources that are available to you, how well have you used them?
Makes sense.
What have you done with what you have? A lot of entrepreneurs really think finance is their problem, of which finance is not, because there's so many other things that you could do without getting finance. I have a mantra: do what you have with what you've got, and help will find you. Because if you start and you maximize all of your opportunities, then the investor sees that this person has really done their very best. There is a spark here. We need to pour gasoline on it so that it causes an explosion.
Right.
But most people have not even ignited a fire.
Makes sense.
And they're looking for investment.
That's word, guys. That's word. Makes perfect sense. I mean, there you have it, guys. 5 reasons why most small businesses don't get access to finance. So, wrong business model, no opportunity,
market opportunity,
mixing proper bookkeeping. I mean,
mixing personal with
business.
Yeah. Then lack of proper bookkeeping is another thing.
And then you've not even done anything. You're just expecting
you've
the
not
money
maximized what you have. If you, and I really think that if people just take it, because if you really truly have a good business, a viable business, the market provides you the biggest source of capital. So you can then begin to look in that direction and begin to do things in that direction.
All right. Thanks so much. I mean, there you have it, guys. 5 reasons why small businesses don't get access to finance. We'll be releasing more of this kind of content, and I hope you guys find value in it. So if you don't want to miss out, please do subscribe, and thank you for watching. Cheers.
Thank you.